different because we actually adults and develop to know what we want. And you being cute, but that mentality don't align with mine. And it's okay. People will always have different opinions about shit. You don't like relationships, but I'm a lover girl. You see where this is going? I said, I'm just scared of love, but you could show me different. Left my ass undelivered. All right, man, today we're basically going to be going through my Instagram DMs with women. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is just to show you that, you know, every nigga gets curved, rejected, and just goes through bullshit. And not only that, some of these women I actually DM'd myself, some of these women who actually reached out to me, whatever the case may be, some of these women, you know, started doing some weird shit in the DMs. Some of these women didn't do weird shit at the end of the day. Basically showing you the average nigga Instagram DMs who has somewhat success on Instagram. Not every day do you get to see niggas DMs who actually has somewhat success on fucking Instagram. Now, without further ado, I do want to show you what my Instagram profile looks like to show you that I have one of the most middest Instagram profiles that's not even optimized in any single regard to actually get out here and attract the most women. But my Instagram does have a lot of women followers, and as you can see, if we look at it, we have this one basic, you know, nightlife picture with the city in the background, and this is me. I think it's, you know, okay. I don't think it's nothing spectacular at the end of the day. And then we have a whole bunch of highlights, and I would show you guys how many likes I have on these highlights, but I don't feel like blurring all that shit out. I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie to you, but basically some light skin ass highlights and shit. Nothing's particular. Then we have my physique. Then we have, you know, a little bit of lifestyle, some food, scenery, things like that. Just basically making my Instagram as attractive as possible. And then we have a little bit of, you know, fits and outfits of random shit, some hookah, lifestyle, and then you have friends again, books, and that's basically my Instagram, bro. My Instagram is nothing crazy, bro. It's literally the average niggas. Well, I don't want to say average niggas Instagram because I've seen some shitty ass Instagrams, but I would say slightly above average Instagram. It's not like a very well created Instagram or nothing like that. It's just typical Instagram. But without further ado, let's get straight into my DMs and show you what my DMs look like and what happened. So boom. We have this girl. She said, hey, what's up? I'm up and bored. Monday, 12:51 a.m. Virginia, what about you? Greenville, NC. Oh, dang, you far. You look good, though. I said, pre. Now, mind you, these women will DM you if they actually want you. Like, I say this all the time, right? I said, what that mean? I would be down to drive to Virginia. She said, oh, for real? I said, why not? Now, the only reason why I'd be down to drive to Virginia is because I want to do content. I wanted to make a video basically saying I drove 3 hours to meet this girl and this happened. That's really what I wanted to do. She said, oh, for real? I said, yeah, why not? She said, I don't know. I was wondering. We'll definitely have fun, though. And then I sent her my number. She never texted me, and she tried to go on with the conversation talking about some how old are you. I said 23. You. She said I'm 22. And then she said, what are you doing? I said I just got home from work. What about you? She said just chilling right now. And I was like, bro, if you're not gonna text my number, why am I still going back and forth with you on Instagram? Let's dead that right now. We have another girl on Instagram. She slid in my DM. She said, hey. I said, what's good? She put another hard eyes, and I was like, bro, I'm not even about to entertain you. You didn't reply to the other shit. You're just giving me validation. I appreciate it. Appreciate you at the end of the day, but it is what it is. And I'm not even gonna lie, this girl posts a lot of provocative stuff to the point where I was just like, fuck it, we ball, we shoot. She followed me first, mind you. So I said, where are you from? She said Chapel Hill. I said, not far. She said, that's good. I said, depends on you. She said, I think so. I said, what you doing today? She said, relaxing. I'm sore as fuck. Came back from hiking and shit. I said, boring. She said, motherfucker, you boring. I'm having a blast. I said, you could be having a blast with me though. She said, nah, I enjoy my alone time. Thank you very much. Good offer though. Hey, nothing wrong with that, bro. She wasn't fucking with me. I get left undelivered just like any other nigga, bro. There's nothing wrong with it. I get left undelivered. I've had girls leave me undelivered and then block my ass, bro. There's nothing wrong with it. All I did was slide up and say five. She wasn't fucking with me. We got another girl, bro. What was it? January 10th, 11:06. I slide up with laughing emojis. I didn't take it personal like I was getting rejected. Then I slide up again. I said, If I ever slide up on a girl's story saying, I don't really put no much thought in it and I'm just like bored at the moment, I say, fuck it. I do this a lot where I just say, And if they really want me, they'll say, what? Then we had this girl, bro. She followed me, like literally followed me on Instagram, and I was like, fuck it. We're going to shoot my shot. And I say howdy. I say howdy a lot too. Got left undelivered, nigga. We got this girl, nigga. Oh, I said this was the pool party at on Saturday, rooftop pool. Left, didn't even reply to me. Normally if you fucking slide in the girls DMs talking about some bullshit, they reply back. This girl, I guess I was bored one day and I just said, gimme. She replied with this. Now I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I could play more into it. You know what, fuck it, just for this, we're gonna play back into it. Then we got this girl, slid up with hard eyes. She likes my shit, nigga. I said, was you in still life? She said, yeah. I said, damn, I know you look familiar. Why you not saying nothing? Because I just know your face off of IG lol. I said, so what that mean? You could say, I could, but what if you didn't recognize my face? Then it would be weird. Are you going to the pool party? I said, I feel like I've seen you a couple of times and still. Yeah, you. Yes, if I see you, I'll speak. I said, bet. She said, where the pregame at? Yo, this day I got white girl wasted and I said, I don't know, them niggas throwing one. I'm at the crib, fuck that right now. Oh my God, nigga. Another girl I slid up on. I said, need that. Left my ass on fucking delivery. Damn, 2019 niggas doing To Be Honest back there? To be honest, you cute and you seem chill as fuck. Thanks, love. The pod, you still at Amazon because we used to work together. And I low-key want to show this DM because this shit was weird, but it was a nigga. But I still want to show it. This nigga I used to work with, he said, yo, bro, mind, I ain't talked to this nigga in years, bro. This nigga said, yo, bro. I said, yo. He said, I got shot Tuesday. Do you have 15 so I can get my meds from the pharmacy? I'll pay you back 30 in the morning. And pay ain't bad, please, bro. We were never close like that. And then second of all, like, go hit your mom up. Go hit your brother up. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I'm not sending you 15. We got this girl. Yo, you'll realize, like, a lot of the girls I see in the club, I just slide up and I'll say, like, oh, was you there last night? I was like, was you at Stills last night? She said, yes. I know you look familiar, but I thought you was someone else last night. She said, you should say, hey. I said, I ain't know it was you for real, but I seen you yesterday too. Yes, I remember that. Did you end up getting in the block party? Yes. Did you? No, lines looked way too long, so I just went to Raleigh. For sure. What'd you do there? And once she started asking me questions, I was like, okay, this is potential, you know, go somewhere. She said, overly outside low. I said something like that. And then I sent my number. And I ain't even gonna lie, she's been over at my crib 2 times. That's all I'm gonna say. Here are the wins. We get into the wins, my boys. We had a lot of DMs where a nigga was just getting left undelivered and shit. I said happy birthday. She said thank you, handsome. Show. And the nigga sent his number. When I tell you we're getting to the points where a nigga was winning, slid up on some shit. I think it was snowed on January 25th, and I said, must be nice. She said, it's very nice. I haven't known forever. I said, you from NC? She said, not at all. I said, where you from? I moved here from Texas, and my parents moved to Florida. Like, my mama called me while she was at the pool. I said, God damn. At least y'all both having a good time. She said, no, for real. Did y'all not get snow? I said, not really, just a lot of ice. She said, ew, you got that. Slid up on this. I don't even know what the fuck this was. She said, no. I'm on delivered. So you get to get included to that. I said, I left you on the delivered? She said, yes, you did. I said, so it's fuck me for that. I said, indeed, it's for real. Who you feel like leaving me undelivered? I said, I didn't know you was interested in talking to me. She said, lock in for real. Lock in for real? Just give my number. I gave her my number. This was me being on some, like, I don't want to say toxic shit, but, you know, just trying to stir the pot. She said, how is that childish? I said, when it's the truth. I said, so I'm a dumb nigga now. You're being toxic when I told you I'm trying to change. If the shoes fit, but this wasn't even directed towards you, it was directed towards nobody. I said, right. So I guess me putting something in my notes about how I feel on my Instagram makes me toxic. I said, you posted 12 hours ago. Our last text messages were 12 hours ago. I love the gaslighting. She said, like, what, nigga? Don't piss me off this early in the day, please. I said, here you go. She said, here I go in my Instagram starting shit about something that has nothing to do with you. Like, lock in. I said, I'm not starting nothing. And then boom, we started talking about games. She called me a bitch ass game for a bitch ass boy. I said, don't call me that. Who the fuck you feeling like? I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie to you. This is one of those cases where, like, I don't want to say she did no weird shit, but it was kind of like, why are you sending me this repeatedly? I started talking to her about like the gym shit. So I slid up and I was like, how do you weigh more than me? She said, ask yourself that, hit the gym. I said, I be in the gym. She said, then lift. I do. I'm just lean. She said, eat more Korean tea, less cardio. How tall are you? I said, Korean tea is terrible for your liver. 6 foot. Oh my God. Holy shit. How do you weigh less than me? That's so unhealthy. I said, I have a job where it's like 10K steps a shift. She said, my job, I barely eat. I'm on my feet all day. I don't know. I'm just trying to get in as much as possible. I said, and I low key be lean because I don't like my face being fat. She said, there's other ways around it. I said, how tall are you? She said, 5'4". What the fuck? Are you sure you're 150? She said, I carry weight well. 150. It's your protein intake. Just be bulking and trying to get in as much protein and carbs. And I'm not even gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna get 100% buck with you. I do not care about talking fitness with her. I'm just checking the temperature, but y'all know that. I said, good work. Slick got me feeling like a little embarrassed though. She said, why? I sent her and me on the weight. She said, well, turn that into motivation. I said, can't even. Showed her my Chipotle points. A nigga's almost at 100K on Chipotle points. Don't spend that shit. Bro, just learn simple little revibes. I don't cook, but I like make myself eggs and shit. Of course, and just start buying shit at the grocery store, experiment. And I said, you be drinking milk? She said, no. Then it got weird because she started sending me like food shit. And I'm like, did you mean to send me this? Like, why are you sending me food shit? And I was like, this is some big bag shit. And then she ignored that. And then she started sending me more food shit. And I'm not gonna lie, some of this shit started looking good. Like this pasta right here, this shit look good as fuck, nigga. My For You page is being such a tease lately. She started sending me this shit. And I was trying to be funny and I tried to correct her on the story and she didn't reply to me. But that was a little bit of a weird interaction. Then we got this girl. I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie. I met this girl in the club. It's on my body. We were supposed to link on Valentine's Day and I bullshitted her. Ever since I bullshitted her, she don't really fuck with me no more. I said, wish you stopped playing. Bruh, you literally went ghost, but I'm playing. I said, yes, you don't be linking. Nigga, you stop talking. Like, what? Not finna beg to talk to a nigga. You don't be linking. I'm not the type of person to text all the time. Sounds like a personal problem. I got a job. I said, okay. Told you, ever since I bullshitted her on that link, she does not fuck with me. This girl sent in my DM. She said, hater. I said, how? She said, you got my shit banned, remember? I'm gonna let it slide though because you look good. That was mad long ago. Take my number though. Oh, we're going back to those. Curve, denied. This is the girl I went to fucking high school with. She posted a large lump sum of cash. And I was like, yo, let me get a few G's off you. Let me borrow a G. She said, let me hold one. I said, if I let you hold one, I gotta hold two from you. She said, you funny. I said, right. Who your Valentine's? I don't have one. How so? I don't know. Some men just be acting like they don't want to be loved on or show love they girl. I said, what about you? I said, I'm not a fan of relationship. You just take me out though. And then she said, so you a punk just like them. I said, punk is crazy. And you rejected me in middle school. Cause she really did reject me in middle school, nigga. I had the biggest crush on this girl in middle school. We was kids. How's that reject? Laugh my ass off. Now it's different. I said, how's it different, nigga? You wanted Baylor, not me. I ain't want nobody and shit different because we actually adults and developed to know what we want. And you been cute, but that mentality don't align with mine. And it's okay. People always have different opinions about shit. You don't like relationships, but I'm a lover girl. You see where this is going? I said, I'm just scared of love, but you could show me different. Left my ass on delivered. And we got this girl. Tats are tough. She said, thank you, babe. I said, for sure, mamas. That girl look good. I ain't gonna lie. Then we got this girl. Boom. I think you just so handsome. I said, appreciate you. Only if you could hear. This girl put me in her close friends. I'm not gonna lie. She was talking freaky in her close friends. And it was something about platinum service. I said, let me get that platinum service. She said, damn. I said, sounds like a great damn deal to me, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, I can't scroll up too much because there's some federal shit that we talked about in this shit. The question where I said yes, I can't show y'all that too because that's some personal shit going on in my life. But I was like, don't be weird. She said, I have a boyfriend. I said, Roger, when you're single, hit me. He said, I would never, lol. I said, what you finna be mad at me for forever? I'm obviously trolling. And you know, it's actually crazy that she said she would never hit me. I fucked this girl in a pool bathroom at 3 weeks ago. Now, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This girl pissed me off. I'm not even gonna sit up here and act like she didn't piss me off. She pissed me off. She went to a place in Raleigh. I said, you went to Glenwood? She said, yes. I said, go to sleep. She said, don't worry about me. I said, kind of hard not to. Definitely was when you ain't text back. I said, actually, you never texted me back. She said, nigga, I have the messages, please. I dropped the files on Be Okay, nigga. She said, ain't nobody talking about on no damn app. That was in August. You been had my Instagram because you texted me in November. Why would I text you on an app if you have my Instagram? Make it make sense now. I said, all that's in the past. What's up now? I dropped the number. She said, I'm good. I'm not locking the text no niggas numbers, especially someone who could have been had a conversation with me. I said, okay, if you ever change your mind, you have my number. She said, trust me, you won't see me texted. No disrespect, my DMs be rolling about biz and stuff, so please, I'm not texting nobody's number right now. I will do until I know you're not a waste is text you up here. My number is personal. Oh, brother, shut the fuck up. If I go on her page and show y'all what she has on her page, they're gonna sit there and be like, people are hitting you up for business. Gang, she's posting food. Posting like Domino's pizza, wings, and fucking pizza at her grown ass age. Talking about good eats. And putting it in a highlight. Can we be fucking for real here? I sent a random dog. I don't know why I sent this dog, but I got curved, obviously. This is over the snow shit, bro. You outside tonight? What's going outside? I said, I don't know. I was going to Greenville, but I'm outside in Raleigh. She said, oh shit, I'm in the house. It's cold as fuck. I said, it's actually decent temp. Boy, what are you lying for? I said, oh God, it's decent. She said, I was just out there. Take trash out. I said, was he wearing what you got on your story? She said, yeah. I said, I mean, it's gonna be cool because you don't got a jacket on. She said, I had a jacket on though. I said, not gonna lie, it's type cold. And she said, no, it's brutally cold. I said, yeah, I was actually wrong. See, I told you. I said, I might need you to come warm me up. She said, maybe. I said, okay, we ain't pushing issues over here, but take the hint and keep it pushing, bro. This girl, bro, I'm not gonna lie, she be annoying me. Be like, she's one of those girls that just keep sliding but don't be trying to go nowhere. I said, you going out tonight? She said, no, I wish. I said, I wish you would stop playing. How am I playing? Be like, hi, hey, you look good enough for you to see me. Oh, you look adorable in your recent. I said, thank you. She said, here you go. I said, what you mean? What web? Glenwood tonight. And then like, bro, she just be on bullshit, bro. I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie to you. This girl be on bullshit too. I said, let me see you. I might. The only reason why I said that is because this girl stays in Charlotte. We have text messages. I've been got her shit off a dating app. I've been followed her on Instagram, and she said, already, I'm not that easy. What the fuck I look like? I said, okay, let me know if you change your mind. She said, I won't. And then she asked me for my homeboy shit. Now I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie to you. We were literally supposed to link. Like, a lot of this shit be my fault, so I be bullshitting links, and then I be trying to talk to them, and they be like, how the fuck are you talking to me? We just gonna start. Like, I slid up on one of her stories where I was talking freaky, and Maya already hooked up with this girl. She's like, I can't want something serious and head at the same time. Nope, hit me up if you're trying to get serious. Let me ass off. I said, I don't live in Fave, I'll just be visiting. Where do you stay? Greenville, NC. Oh no, you out there for real? Yeah, unfortunately, that's why I'm trying to have a good time. Girl, head on with the happy birthday. Damn, I had this girl with happy birthday 2 years in a row, nigga. Got a double heart the second time. Yo, I really need to stop playing and get this girl's number. We sent some hard eyes, got left undelivered. Love the camera work. We got left on scene. Like, you could at least say thank you. This is another girl I hooked up with, bro. I said, need a part 2. She said, I don't have a part 2. I'm talking about me and you. She said, no. I said, so it's just fuck me, huh? She said, oh yeah, we was a one and done. I think I deserve seconds. I ain't gonna lie, my shit was ass. Shorty didn't even fucking open my shit, bro. I slid up basically trying to get free food. She said, please, no, nothing, my fault, man. I please get swiped in the dining hall. She said, okay, I dare feel all my gut swipes been used. I said, why did you say that for the start? Made me say please. She said, oopsie, now you're gonna have to make it up to me. She said, excuse me. I said, you're gonna have to make it up to me now. She said, how exactly? And she said, here, you're actually gonna have to work on how you talk to me, so try again. I said, teach me how to do it the right way. Ask for my number, ask me to text you for something other than sending an emoji in your number. I said, damn, you finna make me work? Yeah, you thought I was easy gonna go for whatever? I said, never said that. I just like leading. You can't talk to me crazy. I said, I don't think that's crazy. I think it's assertive. A little crazy, just try again. I wanted to be like I already tried. I'm gonna just have to take the loss for real. She said, you sent an emoji. I said, you knew what I meant. I tried. She said, okay. I said, are you done playing? Like months later, she said, not me. Sent that shit again. She said, you so happy much to her birthday. We were texting again, and I'm not gonna lie, nigga tried to get a link, bullshitted me, and she popped out with a nigga. Ooh, eye emoji, body emoji, eye emoji again. This is one of the girls that like did some like low-key weird shit. She unsent messages, I'm not gonna lie. It's a hair fire as hell. She sent that, then I sent that, and then she sent me some other shit. God, she sent me some other shit, and I think I just left that shit on like open, and then I was like swiping up saying come here, and then this. No, she had to text me back to the come here, bro. Why the fuck would I slide up again? I don't know. I just know for a fact she unsent some shit. Swiped up on this, shorty said shit, holy spam. Swiped up on this shit, howdy, what's good? Where your man's at? I don't have a man. Why is that? You know about whoever the fuck that is. Oh, this is a really good segment of DMs that I want to like show, bro. So this girl followed me and she was like in my stories, howdy. She was like, hey, I said, where your man at? She said, what makes you assume I have a man? I said, something I just like to ask. I prefer not to home wreck. You're that confident it will get to that point? I said, I don't know. I'd be thinking far into the future when it comes to stuff like this. She said, well, I don't got a man to answer your question. And then I sent my number. He said, give me a good reason why I'll text that. I said, honestly, I don't know any good reason. She said, I'll text you when you figure it out then. Strict over here. Wouldn't want you to start something you're not ready for. He said, I disagree. A life without challenge is a bit boring. I love a challenge. She said, you think I'm a challenge? I said, I have no clue, but based on what you said, it seems like you want to be a challenge. She said, I don't think me being a challenge is enough for a reason for me to text you. I said, I don't know what you want me to say. You want me to brag about myself? 5'6", tatted curly hair. Like, obviously I'm not 5'6". She said, you lying about your height. Mike, this girl see me in person. I said, why would I lie about my height? She said, how tall do I look? Like 6'2". I said, angles be getting me right, huh? She said, for sure. I had a problem or something. And then she never DM'd me back. She actually unfollowed me. Howdy. She said, hey, where your man at? You texting me right now? You outside tonight? I don't have a reason to go out. Did you? Nah, I don't go out no more. No parties or anything? Nah, they boring to me. You from Greensboro? From Raleigh and stay in Greenville for school. I fuck with this girl. I'm not gonna lie. This is another girl I basically, gave my number to. And I just want to show, like, I texted that number if that was yours. The only reason why I want to show this is because, like, who the fuck's number would it be, nigga? Like, why would I give you someone else's number? Why do these women think I'm setting them up, bruh? Those are my DMs. I basically am showing my DMs to show you, like, yes, women do DM first. Not only do women DM first. No matter how appealing or what they do, they like your story or whatever the case may be. I do get left undelivered. Sometimes it goes good. Sometimes it goes bad. It doesn't go anywhere. And we just have a conversation at the end of the day, bro. Those are my DMs, I take L's, I take W's, and I take true wins/losses at the end of the day, bro. That's just what my DMs look like. You see my Instagram. My Instagram's not that optimized. My Instagram's not that crazy or anything.